Hello everyone and welcome. I'm excited to kick off our presentation today. We're focusing on Mega Goal 3.2, specifically Unit 8, titled Against the Odds. This session will be all about reading skills, and we're going to explore some inspiring stories and strategies. Over the next few minutes, I'll guide you through what you need to know to understand and master this unit. So let's get started. Let's take a look at the chart on this slide. It shows the steps involved in understanding survival stories. First, we start by reading the topic of survival stories to get an idea of what the passage is about. Then, we discuss the meaning of any new words we encounter to ensure we understand them. After that, we talk about the survival stories we've read, sharing our ideas and experiences. We also deduce specific details from the passages, which helps us grasp the deeper meaning. Some questions about the reading passage are then answered, allowing us to check our comprehension. Finally, we use our own ideas to complete the chart, which helps reinforce what we've learned. The overall goal here is to connect these steps to better understand and analyze survival stories effectively. Let's take a moment to look at the title and the photo on this slide. What do you think this reading will be about? Well, based on the title, it's clearly about survival in dangerous situations. And if you look at the photo, it probably shows a scenario where someone is facing a risky environment or a life-threatening challenge. In this section, we'll explore key strategies and tips for staying safe when things get really tough. We'll talk about how to assess your surroundings quickly, stay calm, and make smart decisions under pressure. These concepts are important because they can literally be the difference between life and death. Remember, the overall theme of this presentation is about preparedness and resilience. So, understanding how to survive in dangerous situations ties directly into being better equipped mentally and physically to handle emergencies. The more we know about these survival techniques, the more confident we'll be when faced with real danger. Beating the odds to survive can truly be an exciting and inspiring experience. After the storm, Ashcraft was injured and found herself lost, not knowing where she was. This highlights just how unpredictable and challenging survival situations can be. It's important to recognize the resilience and determination required to push through such moments. Remember, these stories remind us of the strength we all have inside, especially when faced with adversity. Staying calm and focused is crucial when navigating the unknown, and Ashcraft's story exemplifies that beautifully. Ashcraft survived by creating a sail, which was a crucial part of her survival strategy. When she arrived in Hawaii, she looked exhausted and tired, mainly because she had lost a significant amount of weight during her ordeal. Despite the hardships, she was incredibly grateful just to be alive. In fact, she shared her experience through a book, allowing others to learn from her story. Her resilience and resourcefulness are truly inspiring and exemplify the incredible strength of the human spirit in survival situations. Today, I want to tell you a compelling story about Le Marque, a talented hockey player who was part of the French national Olympic team. One day, he decided to go snowboarding in the mountains, seeking some adventure and a break from his rigorous training schedule. However, what started as a leisure activity quickly turned into a life-or-death situation. This story highlights how even in moments of leisure, unexpected challenges can arise, reminding us of the importance of staying prepared and vigilant, no matter the circumstances. It also ties into the overall theme of resilience and quick thinking in the face of adversity. Le Marque assessed retrouver perdu sur la montagne, si qui a été une situation très difficile pour lui. Il n'avait pas de provisions avec lui, donc il manquait de nourriture et d'eau pour tenir le coup. De plus, il n'avait aucun moyen de communiquer pour demander de l'aide, ce qui rendait la situation encore plus critique. Malheureusement, il a dû faire face à ces difficultés seules, en essayant de retrouver son chemin vers la sécurité. Cet épisode souligne l'importance de la préparation et de la prudence lorsqu'on essaie venture en terrain difficile. C'est une leçon sur la nécessité d'être toujours prêt et de savoir comment réagir en cas d'urgence. Le Marque a utilisé son radio de poche pour se diriger dans la bonne direction. Il est basé sur la qualité de la réception pour savoir s'il allait vers la bonne voie ou non. Cela montre l'importance d'utiliser les outils à notre disposition, même simples, pour prendre des décisions éclairées. En résumé, la clé ICS de faire confiance à la technologie, mais aussi de savoir lire ses signaux, comme la qualité de réception, pour avancer efficacement. Cela s'intègre parfaitement dans notre theme global, qui est l'utilisation intelligente des ressources pour atteindre nos objectifs. Le Marque était tellement Freud, affirmait fatigué qu'il a commencé à halluciner, croyant qu'il était dans un jeu vidéo. C'est une image forte qui montre à quel point l'endurance et la résilience sont cruciales dans des situations extrêmes. Heureusement, il a été secouru par un hélicoptère, ce qui souligne l'importance des secours et de la préparation. Malgré la perte de ses jambes, il garde une mentalité positive et déterminée, car il prévoit de faire du snowboard à nouveau à l'avenir. Cela illustre parfaitement la force de l'esprit humain et la capacité à surmonter les obstacles, ce qui est un fil conducteur dans toute cette présentation. Achikash unfortunately fell while wandering off alone into a field. It was a moment of misjudgment, and he ended up staying out in the cold for over 3 weeks. During this time, he was without food or water, facing freezing temperatures that made survival even more challenging. This story highlights the importance of being cautious and aware of our surroundings, especially in unfamiliar environments. It also ties into the overall theme of resilience and perseverance, showing how he endured extreme hardships and what we can learn from his experience about staying safe and prepared. When Uchikoshi was discovered in the field, his condition was quite alarming. His pulse was not detectable at all, which immediately suggested he was in a critical state. His body temperature had dropped significantly, indicating he was losing vital signs. Additionally, his heart rate had slowed down considerably, leading many to believe that he had passed away. This situation highlights just how fragile life can be in emergency circumstances and underscores the importance of quick, accurate assessment in such cases. Understanding these signs is crucial for effective response and potentially saving lives, which ties into the overall theme of trauma management and emergency care that we're discussing today. So, in this part of the story, we see how resilience and quick thinking can really make a difference. She managed to survive and make it home despite facing extremely tough conditions. You can imagine how exhausted and thin she looked after such an ordeal. On the other hand, we have the man who got lost on the mountain. He was completely cut off, with no supplies or way to call for help, which shows how dangerous being unprepared can be in such environments. But what's remarkable is that he didn't resort to eating snow, which is a common misconception. He used his pocket radio to help him find the right direction. That's a great example of resourcefulness. However, things took a turn when he wandered off alone into a field and fell. This highlights how quickly situations can escalate in the outdoors. His body temperature started to drop, and his heart rate slowed down, signs that his body was shutting down due to the cold and lack of proper care. All these points tie back to our overall theme. Survival depends on a combination of mental resilience, resourcefulness, and understanding how to respond to emergencies. It's about making smart decisions and staying calm under pressure. When you're in a situation where there's smoke, the first thing to do is stay low to the ground. Smoke rises, so staying close to the floor can help you breathe better. Look for exits and plan your route carefully. Cover your mouth and nose with a cloth if you can, to filter out harmful particles. It's crucial to stay calm and focused, even when everything around you seems chaotic. If you're trapped in a burning building, wait calmly and signal for help. Shouting or using a whistle can make a big difference. Conserve your energy, because panicking wastes it and might make the situation worse. Remember to stay patient and keep an optimistic outlook. Help is on the way. If you find yourself stuck in an elevator, the key is to find water if possible, stay in one place, and signal for help clearly. Don't try to force the doors open. Instead, wait for professionals. Stay calm and think logically. Panic won't help you out of this. And if you're lost in a forest, your priorities are finding water, staying put if you're injured or exhausted, and signaling for help if you can. Keep a clear head, stay calm, and think critically about your surroundings. These steps are all part of the bigger picture, keeping yourself safe while you wait for rescue. Remember, staying calm and thinking clearly can make all the difference in any emergency. Saudi Arabia managed to overcome the COVID-19 pandemic through a combination of swift and decisive measures. They acted quickly to implement safety protocols and control the spread of the virus. Their strong healthcare system played a crucial role in treating patients effectively and preventing overwhelmed facilities. Additionally, the country's efficient vaccination efforts significantly contributed to building immunity across the population. These strategies not only helped curb the impact of the pandemic, but also demonstrated the importance of resilience and proactive planning. This success story underscores how coordinated efforts and robust healthcare infrastructure can help a nation navigate through crises, aligning with our broader theme of resilience and innovation. Let's take a look at the final slide, which points us to the workbook on page 305. Here, you'll find an exercise labeled as Exercise I. This is a great opportunity to reinforce what we've covered today. I encourage you to review the specific content we discussed and work through the exercise carefully. Remember, completing this homework will help solidify your understanding and prepare you for any upcoming assessments. So, I recommend setting aside some dedicated time to go through it thoroughly. Keep in mind that engaging actively with these exercises is key to mastering the material and connecting it to the broader themes we've explored in this presentation.